Hey friends, it's me, Christiana Gaudet, your tarot fairy godmother. It's Friday. That means it's time for our weekly Friday vibes check. How was your week? How'd it go? What'd you learn? What'd you do? We're going to do a single card for the collective and individual cards for those who ask for them. And as you can see, I have the bowl of charms here. So we'll be using that as well. We will indeed put a charm on it. And I was up for the challenge today, so we're using Gaian Tarot. Before we get started, I have to say some big thanks. Febborn, thank you so much for the generous super chat. Really appreciate it. Laura T, thank you for being a member and thank you for the super chat. And I just got a package from you, so I will email you. Thank you. That was even cooler than I thought it was going to be. That's what I'm going to say about that. Oh my freaking gosh. Thank you, and more thank you. So appreciate you. Oh my gosh, you have no idea. Thank you so much. All right, I will shoot you an email later on today. All right, here we go. Let's get going. I did want to let you know, in the descriptions, I have a link to book an appointment with me. I do have availability even today or over the weekend. And a link to get your StarCon ticket, because it's time to do that. Whether you're coming in person or online, for 1 day, 2 days, or all three, get that ticket, man. It's time. So go ahead and get it done. But don't do it right now. Right now, stick around with us. I'm glad you're here. All right, for the collective, and let's see, and if you're new here, but we're here on Monday and you remember what your Monday card was, go ahead and let me know, but that's not a requirement. Oh, and I have to say a huge big thank you to Melanie Clark. Thank you so much for the super chat. Really appreciate it. Oh my gosh. Now, anyway, here it is. See, I knew it. You folks are so good. Because I don't write down or remember the 3 cards on Monday. Even if I did write them down, I'd probably throw away the piece of paper by the time we get to Friday. Because that's just how your tarot fairy godmother is. But your tarot fairy godmother also knows that she can rely on some fabulous people, just like our member Jackie Masters. The collective cards were the Hanged Man, the World, and Justice. And of course, the deck we were using was Millennial Tarot. And so it was the Hanged Man, Fun Employed, the World, Boozy Brunch, and Justice, the Social Justice Warrior. So all 3 major arcana cards, that's how we started the week, using a different deck. And thank you for that, Jackie, very much. We really appreciate it. Let's use a different deck. Lisa McCord, I have started keeping a journal just for this. That is so cool. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. I love that. That is amazing and fabulous, and I don't even know what else to say. That's so good. Thank you. All right. So, for the collective, having started with these 3 major arcana cards, Hanged Man, World, and Justice, for the collective, we end up with another major arcana. What do you all make of that? Major arcana, beginning and end, 3 in 1, beginning and end, for the collective. Why major arcana for this particular week? I mean, there's a part of me, like thinking about it from a very sort of American perspective, it is the week before the first ever official national celebration of Juneteenth, which I think is huge, and it's in the middle of Pride Month, so I think all of that's kind of big. We're gearing up for presidential elections, so I think that's kind of cool. But any other thoughts on like why we're getting so many majors for this week for the world? And this is the first one that's reversed, and it's the wheel reversed, which is not ideal. You know, it really suggests everything that is out of balance and out of whack and how not ideal that is. And it's like, you know, I think from Monday to Friday, things didn't become any more ideal. But the fact that they're major does feel hopeful. It feels spiritual and feels good on that level. So I don't know. Let me know what you think. So there's this great thing going on in the chat thread right now where y'all are telling us how you keep track of your weekly cards. And I just love this. I think this is brilliant. So Lisa has a journal just for this. Marion Newberry has been keeping a journal for this going back for 2 years. Oh my gosh, that's so valuable. Oh my gosh, I love that. Joyous Ocean makes it as a calendar entry, and she notes the card and the collective cards. So I'm not saying you have to do this or you should do it, but I think it's really cool that people are doing it. And I just love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. All right. So any thoughts on the collective? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Like, I'm hopeful. Like, it feels like dire, but hopeful. Which, okay, fair. All right. Let's look at the individuals. I'll take these in the order in which I see them. Starting with Febborn. And Febborn, thank you for the generous super chat. You started with the Knight of Cups and the doll charm. I remember that. And you end with the Three of Cups. So I think this whole week has been about your exploration of your emotions and your seeking good community, right? Understanding and healing your emotions and seeking your good community, which is the key. My friend, it is the key to unlocking your next chapter. And it's a chapter of healing, and it's a chapter of love and friendship and community. And all the joys and sorrows that go along with that. But, you know, there's usually more joys than sorrows. All right. Laura T. Once again, thanks for being a member. Thanks for the super chat. And thanks for sending me and it was not the first special package. Laura sends me these amazing special packages. It's just delightful. So thank you. Very creative, very fun, makes me feel very loved. All right, Laura. To end your week, the Five of Cups reversed. You have been making the best of a difficult situation for a long time. And speaking of time, we get the hourglass. It's about making the best of the situation, and it's about doing the best you can, patiently waiting for the right time to make a change. And back to the conversation on keeping a record of your weekly cards. Jackie says, I'm the same as Marion, but I keep the record in a diary. So cool. Marion, go big or go home and hide it under the bed. But if we can stay out on the edge of glory, to quote Lady Gaga, with our curiosity, we can. Who knows? Hopeful. Yes. Fabulous. Love it, love it, love it. So good. All right. And Lisa McCord, you are up next. You had the Five of Wands reversed and the hourglass. You said wait to see how things unfold. And now you had, oh my, you're still there. Oh my, this is not the first time this has happened. And I'm almost thinking this is not the first time this has happened to you. But it's happening now, regardless. You had the Five of Wands reversed on Friday, and lo and behold, my friend, on Monday, you had the Five of Wands reversed, and on Friday, you get the Five of Fire reversed, which guess what, is the Five of Wands reversed. We're still there. You're still in that space, and I'll tell you what, it's not a bad space to be. It's cooperative. It's creative. We're not letting too much get to us. We're just kind of waiting. You know, we are indeed biding our time, and that is the right thing. And now we get the snail, which continues to say, yeah, let's just wait for a minute. Let's wait. And let's just be in that space and see how that space is, and we'll see what happens. Not forever, but for now. All right. Trey Cameron, so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. You had the Emperor on Monday and the Angel Charm. The Hierophant reversed today. So this is just your card. Like, you are so the Hierophant reversed in terms of the way I think about you. Not that I've ever met you, but just the vibe I get from you is like, okay, when I first learned the Hierophant reversed, it's the card of the iconoclast. That's what Eden Gray said. Or the hippie. And remember, this was in the 70s or the late 60s, so being the hippie meant something different than it means now. And so just this idea of being a free thinker, being willing to think outside the box in your own life and in the work that you do and in your creativity, and you get this beautiful mermaid charm, which is like, well, not only think outside the box, shall you, but also think outside the realm of reality. Be magical, be fanciful, be in your place of fantasy about your own life and about the work you do. And of course, this is looking toward this past week where I hope you were doing this. And I think it's so interesting because you had the Emperor on Monday, which is card 4 in the Major Arcana, and you have the Teacher today reversed. So it's like a half step up on the journey through the Major Arcana, which is kind of cool. But it's all about dealing with authority and where you're an authority and where you can just tell the authority to go stuff it or with whatever. And you had the Angel, and now you have the Mermaid, which could both be seen as these like spiritual entities or fictitious characters, either way. But there's a fanciful thing there and there's a spiritual thing. So I think the week ties up really well for you in terms of how you are in terms of how you're becoming an authority, in terms of how you're rejecting authority appropriately, and in terms of how you are allowing yourself to be fanciful and spiritual. And I love these things. Teresa, you are next up. Wait 1 second, I'll be right back. So much better. All right. Here we are. I'm back. Okay. That's better, isn't it? All right. Teresa. Thanks for being a member, Teresa, and thank you so much for being a moderator, and thanks for using members-only emojis. You had the Magician reversed on Monday. All right. You know, it's funny because I always think about the Magician reversed as I don't want to go to school. And I know you have so much school left, you know, so I wonder if you had a tough week of schooling or having to do with school stuff or whatever. All right. Magician reversed on Monday. The Two of Cups reversed today. I wonder if there's some issues with self-esteem, interpersonal relationships, communication in all kinds of relationships. I wonder if it has indeed been a tough week and if you're feeling out of balance and out of sorts. And if it has, worry not. You have the purple star. It makes it sound like a badge of courage, though. I award you the purple star for surviving a difficult week. And then I remember you've had real loss. You've had real loss in your family. And so suddenly this makes a whole lot of sense. And this could serve as a reminder of your ability to communicate with those in spirit, of your ability to stay connected in that spiritual way. But I think this, you know, that at least could be part of it, right? And we're all holding you in love, most certainly. Oh, and there it is, and I'm seeing it. Your sister passed away on Monday, and I haven't been able to work on school at all. Totally makes sense. And, you know, in that card, okay, Magician reversed, pulled on Monday. You know, Magician reversed, that can be the end of earthly communication, the end of an earthly journey. It absolutely could be. So it does make perfect sense, and we really are just holding you in so much love. I know that's a really difficult thing. All right. Wooju, nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member here. Martha Vink, thanks for being here. We appreciate you. You may recall my card was the dumpster fire. Indeed, it was that kind of week. Here's a card for you. You survived the dumpster fire. That's good. The Emperor reversed, so in so many ways, and here we have the crown of the triple goddess, which is sort of like feminine spiritual authority, right? And you're a female pastor. And Emperor reverse, like that can be about wanting to smash the patriarchy. It can be about not being happy with the government. Now, you just had your church conference, so there could be something around church government here, too. But I think there's also some stuff work just around, A, your authority in your job, B, how people are dealing with you and how you want to deal with others, but C, from that very feminine perspective, being your parents' daughter and the care of your parents, there is just so much here. It just feels like it has been a tough week, and not everyone has been respectful. That's what I want to say. It's been a tough week, and not everyone has been respectful. Forgive them, for they know not what they do. I don't know. What else do you do with that? What do you do with people that you care about not being respectful? It's hard. It's really, really hard. And I think sometimes you have to let them know that it's hard. It's hard for me when you disrespect me, and this feels disrespectful. It's okay to say those things sometimes. Probably personally more than professionally. But I think it can be said personally too. So I feel like that's the thing I want to leave you to contemplate is like, where are you feeling disrespected and what do you want to do about it? And is it larger and more political, or is it more personal or more career, or what is it? Barbie Bird, it's so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member here. Thanks for using members only emojis. So you had the Emperor with the question mark. That was fun. All right. And now you have the Five of Pentacles reversed. So I feel like this week that question mark actually, led you to some new opportunity. Opportunity to learn something, opportunity for growth in some way. And look, maybe even an opportunity for a new friendship or an opportunity to discover something that makes your heart happy. So keep looking for those opportunities. Okay, Wooju. On Monday, you got the Page of Cups reversed, and H got the Knight of Cups. And thanks for using members only emojis. So for you, Wooju, starting with the Page of Cups reversed, and I remember that. That was an interesting thing, right? You got the Page of Cups reversed, but you end the week with awakening. So you went from like no communication to all communication, and really opened up looking at your own life path and where you're going and what you're doing and what you want to do. And look, you get the person doing a trick on a motorcycle. So I feel like this week you really, you started thinking small and then you ended up thinking really big and really opening up your mind to all the things that could be possible for you, which is really, really positive and good. Now for H got the Knight of Cups and ends up with the Eight of Air reversed. And this is a card we prefer to see in its reversal because it would talk about freeing. And so I feel like for H, this was a week of really trying to pursue H's goals, H's dreams, what H wants in the heart. And some of the things that H may have felt were impediments, or might have even set up as impediments intentionally or unintentionally. These things are falling away, so the path becomes more clear for H. And H gets the number 8, which I think is interesting because this is the 8 of air. So 8 for me can be about motion and just recognizing that things are in motion. And that energy is going to continue, past this week. All right. Mediha Ness, so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. You had the Chariot on Monday, and then the 7 of Wands stalked you for 3 days. So a lot of 7 energy there. Very interesting. And look, now you've got the 5 of Wands reversed. So, it's all about like, where is it in your life that this is just your journey, your way forward? You need to figure it out, and you need to go there, and you need to do it. That's part of it. And where is the energy such that you need to kind of cooperate? And these things are not mutually exclusive. It's both things. You have to do both things to get where you want to go. And this symbol reminds us of the balance of both things and keeping that in balance. And I think you did a good job with that this week and should probably keep that energy going as you move forward. Joyous Ocean, so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for using members only emojis. You had the Knight of Swords, right? Thoughts. And if I remember, you had a butterfly too. So here we go. And we end the week with card 13, Death, which is about change, is about transformation. And that Knight of Swords, like I think you're looking at, where do you need to change and grow personally and professionally, and how do you help others change? Your whole platform is about change. Changing people's direction in a positive way, and how do you do it? And you're thinking about that, and you get the clock because you're feeling like, okay, we really got to get this going, do this thing. And I think you've done some good work, even in this past little bit, that has been transformative for yourself and for others. And I promise you there'll be time to do more. Adrija, so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. So you had the star and the 7. Those number charms are so interesting, right? You had the star and 7 for Monday, Adrija. And as we end the work week, we have the 6 of Cups reversed. I think you're looking to the past a lot this week. You're thinking about past relationships or things you had hoped in the past that didn't turn out yet, or that, haven't turned out yet. And so I think that's been a little sad for you. You try with the star, you try to be hopeful, but then the reality does not immediately match your hopes. But look, we have another kind of star here and something that reminds you of your dreams. Hang on to your dreams, Adrija. The things you dream for, the things you really want and really hope for, they may not be here right now, but they will be. Don't forget that. Hang on to it. Oh, Ness, it really felt like a week of trying to keep the balance, holding my ground and not being ran over or running over someone, right? It is a whole balance, right? All right. Christine Hallowell, nice to see you. Thanks for being here. A card for the wrap-up. You had the 6 of Pentacles and the Lightning Bolt. I remember. I hope you had a great week. And here we go. So the 5 of Cups reversed, whatever kind of week you had, you made the best of it. That's the thing. So, 6 of Pentacles. Marion, wait a minute, where the heck am I? I'm doing Christine, I'm doing Christine Hallowell, but I just skipped Marion. So Marion, I'm coming back to you after Christine, and I apologize. Christine, excuse me. And it's just funny because you both had the Six of Pentacles. How weird is that, right? Okay, Christine, you started with the Six of Pentacles and the lightning bolt, which is so good, and ended with the Five of Water and the horseshoes. You know, you win some, you lose some. There's some ups and some downs. There's some give and some take. And things can change in a moment. And I think that's what this whole week was for you, was like staying grateful, staying flexible, dealing with the ups and downs. But I think at the end of the day, there are more ups than downs. That's what I think. Oh, Wooju, thank you so much as always. I'm not very good at English. Your written English is fabulous. So I have to write everything down and contemplate on this. Yeah, and let me know what questions you have. And if you need me to use different words or say things differently, let me know if there's something you don't understand. I only have one language, which is ridiculous for a person my age, but there it is. And so I'm happy to do whatever I can to accommodate people who have more than one language. And Joyous Ocean, there was a lot of transformation in the past week. New gigs, new client, new speaking opportunity. Pressure for time, and that feels good. All right, good. Marion Newbury, thank you for your patience. Really appreciate it. What a week. Work was and is a beast lately. So you had the Six of Pentacles and the Sun. All right. Marion, and thank you so much for being here. Thanks for being a member. We appreciate you so much. I'm hoping you'll come to StarCon. I know you usually come online, which is great. And you're more than welcome to come to StarCon online in 2024. But I have a secret fantasy that you're going to come in person. I'm just saying that. This year, next year, whenever you can. Hope that you do. All right. Okay, so Marion Newbury, remedying the skip right now. Here we go. Thank you, Marion. The Emperor reverse. So you started with the Six of Pentacles. So there you are, like in this great mode, giving, receiving, taking care of things. Aren't we a happy community? And then in comes the Emperor reversed, which is just like this clunky, monolithic organization, perhaps even the one you work for, that can't get anything right or do anything the right way. At least that's how it might feel. So I totally get it. Totally get it. Oh, Marion, you are thinking of coming in person. That's so good. So good. So good. Oh my gosh. So, the Emperor reversed, we get, this wasn't the best week, but look, you also get the Herald Rabbit from Alice in Wonderland. You know, so the thing is, like, you have to take everything, like, you know, this whole thing is freaking weird anyway. Like, remember how Alice was just like, this is just a curious place. This is a weird place, right? And I think your work is like that. And I think the planet is like that sometimes. We just kind of got to be like, But I think the Herald Rabbit also says, maybe you got some interesting news or maybe you had a nice conversation with someone. So we recognize that you are in an environment, in an atmosphere that you're not loving. But you gotta just keep that sun energy and keep that energy of anticipating interesting and curious things. Joyous Ocean will be there in person. Yes, indeed. Christine, thank you. Perfect. All right, very good. Justine, so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for being a moderator. Your Monday card was the Four of Cups with the lightning bolt. What did I even do with that? You're going to just be really mad all week, but it'll happen really quickly. I mean, how did those things even go together for me? I don't know, man. You just got to be in the moment, I guess. So Justine, we end the week with the Magician reversed. So whatever conversations you're thinking about having, I almost feel like you spent the whole week dreading a conversation. But then there's also this question about going to school. Should you go to school? Maybe. So you start the week with the Four of Cups, like, yeah, I don't know what to do. And then we have the Magician reversed, which is an even more powerful, I don't know what to do, but at least a recognition that maybe there are tools and skills and abilities that you might have or could indeed acquire. Maybe. So tough week for Justine in some ways. But look, once upon a time, it's all in how you tell your story at the end of the day. And that's where that lightning bolt comes in too. At any moment, there can be a flash of inspiration, a great idea, something new. And you have to welcome those things when they come. Smile Soul 20, it's so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member here. Here we go. The Elder of Earth reversed. So that would be like the King of Pentacles reversed. I feel like the work thing, the money thing hasn't been the best this week. But look, you get the purple star. You got through it. And there's a lot of reason there to be hopeful. Things turn. And it may be that leadership, where you are, leadership is the problem. And it may be that leadership is going to change. Just saying. Ashley, nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Here's a card for you. Ashley, the Ten of Air reversed. That's like the Ten of Swords reversed, which means tough week, but it's getting better. And life in general is getting better. We are on the upswing. Not easy, but things are getting better. And look, inside that nasty oyster is a pearl. And I think this week you did a good job staying positive and finding the positive within situations. So very well done. Baby Cake, so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. All right. Baby Cakes. Oh, look at you. The Five of Earth reversed. I know you weren't necessarily thinking about looking for a job, but this is an opportunity. Could be an opportunity for a new job. Could be an opportunity for a great travel ticket. Could be an opportunity for the car. But one way or the other, I think opportunity was presented this week. But then we also get to the fish. And with the fish, I'm going to say, one opportunity you have is to enjoy the summer. And don't forget that part. Don't forget that part. Yeah, Smile Soul 20, you got to let me know if that happens. That could change things. All right. Hey, Sione, nice to see you. Okay. Christina R., you are up next. I just overscrolled. Give me a minute. Oh my gosh, I didn't even see it. The Little Green Witch. Thank you so much for the super sticker. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being new here. We really appreciate you. Thank you for your generosity. Thank you. Most appreciated. Most appreciated. Very kind. Sorry I didn't see that earlier. It came in probably right at the same time as Melanie Clark's. Most appreciated. Most appreciated. All right. Now, where am I in this list? I knew where I was. Christina R., that's where I am. There we go. All right. Nice emoji, Little Green Witch. Appreciate that. All right. All right, Christina R., for you and Karen Winkle. Karen Winkle, of course, is a member here. We appreciate both of you. Monday was the Page of Pentacles and the Flower for you. And we end the week with the Queen of Water. The Queen of Cups. So that could be good. Maybe some good things happen for you this week. Maybe. And maybe some growth, maybe some healing, maybe a mentor or someone to help you. And look, you get this cute little happy son. So maybe, just maybe, Christina, the summer is not going to suck as much as you thought it would. Just maybe. I know I owe you a response to your last update, but I'm going to say it anyway because y'all know I get behind. I'm so sorry, but update, please. All right. Karen Winkle, you had Karen, the Fool and the Bird charm. So interesting. How do we end the week for Karen? The Explorer of Fire. So like the Knight of Wands reverse, which, I mean, that's like the worst part of the Fool energy right there. Oh my gosh, let's put a charm on it now and try to save it. Oh, well, we have the Dragon, which is fire. So there's like, Karen, you need to reach within and find all of your internal power. You need to reach to your ancestors and angels and spiritual helpers and bring them in, because some of the people you're dealing with here are nuts. Oh my gosh. And I'm sorry if I just said something bad about friends, coworkers, or family. I'm so sorry. It's obviously just one facet we're talking about here, but oh my gosh, it's a frustration. But just draw on your power. Let the ancestors help you. Let the earth support you. Let your internal fire rise and be your power so you can get through all this. Seriously. Peggy Lou Levens, hope you're feeling better. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for using members only emojis. And friends, if you didn't get to class last night, we had a fun class here last night. How tarot cards work together. We got a lot in a short period of time. If you didn't get a chance to be with us live, watch the replay. I think you'll enjoy it. All right. Okay, so Peggy Lou, you had the Two of Cups and you got the teapot. I remember. All right, so, and now you have the Three of Cups. You went from Two of Cups to Three of Cups. What a good job you did, staying in that energy of love and caring. You've done a really good job just being loving and kind for the people around you and growing in that energy. You had the teapot, and now you get the owl. And I think that's really saying that you might have spent some time drawing strength from nature as well. And that's something that could be helpful to you at this time, drawing strength and magic from nature. Debbie had the Nine of Wands. Okay, Five of Earth reverse. There is still hope. That's the thing. There is still hope. And she also gets the car. So, it's all about what the body is going to do, but there is still hope. And that's the important thing. Caroline McLaughlin, so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for using members only emojis. Four of Swords and the sailing boat. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. I shuffled, but you also got the Three of Cups. So I think not only did you do some good self-care, I think you may have spent some time either in person or online with some people that you care about. And that is a great thing. And we get the tree within the heart, which really goes along with it. So as long as you can have that self-care and those good boundaries, as long as you can sail away when you need to, being with the people that you care about really is good for you and really does matter for you. And I think you did some of that this week. So that's great. Oh yeah, Melissa, there's definitely still time for you. Thanks for being here. Jackie Masters is up next. Jackie, thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for using members only emojis. You had the three of swag, work besties. That'd be the 3 of pentacles and the pram, the baby carriage. Right. 7 of fire, and I love that here, like we're working the forge. This reminds me of Lady Breed. I love this image. And I think that, you're really doing your internal work, Jackie, to try to do the internal growth so that you can move forward the way you want to go and to be. And there's a lot of opportunity. And you also get the broom. And so there is a sense of like we sweep away of what does not serve you. We sweep away what does not serve you. And then we open up to what does, and we create that space. And I think this week, that's what you've been working on. You've been working on creating the space for you to create your best life. So that's great. Melanie, thank you so much for being here. Thanks once again for the super chat. You had the 3 of Wands and the guitar, I remember. Here is your Friday card. The Explorer of Air, the Knight of Swords. Wow, this week just flew by for you, but you learned, you created some things. You did some good learning, some good communication. You may have moved things forward in a positive way. If you do anything having to do with writing or communication, you did a great job with that. Whatever that was, you did very, very well. And we get the flower, which, sort of suggests that even though things moved quickly and you got a lot done, you probably still had some time to just relax as well. So well done. All right, Little Green Witch, thanks so much for being here. We appreciate you. And thank you so much for the super sticker. All right, so when we look at your week, the week that you are just tying up right now, the 8 of Wands. So a lot may have happened, a lot of energy flying through here. And since you are indeed a witch, I don't know how much of this energy is energy that you're creating or energy that you're responding to, but it doesn't matter because it's all good. Recognize that you probably don't know where it's taking you, but your charm is the musical note. And it's a quick musical note too, because that little flag, we know it's played quickly. So there's a lot of speed here. So I think you got a lot done this week. You moved quickly. Your brain moves very quickly. A lot of creativity, a lot of planning. That's all great. Let that energy continue. Be open. You may be downloading volumes from the universe. So wherever this is coming from, open and let it take you because it's good. It's good. You may have created it and you can definitely create with it, one way or the other. All right. Lynn Collins, so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member here. We appreciate you. Hope you're having a good Friday. The 8 of Cups reversed. Uh-oh. So often I see this. Oh, no, man. It could be about anything. I just know some stuff with your work history, and I'm just like, oh, no, is it happening again? Maybe it's something else. Maybe it's somewhere else. But when I see this 8 of Cups reversed, Lynn, I'm seeing a situation where you need to dig your heels in. Now, it could be anything. It could be work. It could be family. It could be personal. It could be anything. But the idea, like, don't let anyone knock you off your stump. And here is the fork. Don't let anyone eat your lunch. If anyone is trying to take from you what is yours, you cannot let them. And now we have this weird little mermaid thing going on where we can like use the fork to comb her hair. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I don't know if that's like super creative, super silly, or super disrespectful. I don't think it's disrespectful, but someone probably does. Oh well, here we go. And let me just look at some feedback real quick. DH is up next. Baby Cakes had a job opportunity yesterday, so a job interview. So good that there are opportunities. Perfect. Peggy Lou, owl is one of your totems. That's good. You're feeling better. Taking care of Deb, she's doing a little better. And you're going to be in Vero. That's fabulous. All right. DH, thanks for your patience and thanks for being a member. I hope you're doing really well. So you have the 5 of Swords and the Herald Rabbit. All right, so the 5 of Swords. And now we have the 4 of Cups reversed. So there is like this thing, like this week, you did your best, making the best of difficult situations, being open to new things coming at you, and dealing with battles and difficulties. Maybe not the easiest week, but you did a fabulous job. Why did you do a fabulous job? Because clearly your angels were with you. I'm trying to get that so you can get a good look at it. There it is. It up. That's really pretty, right? Clearly, your angels were with you. So well done. Or maybe you were being someone else's angel. Because sometimes we ourselves are the angels on earth for others. Right? Yolanda, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Monday, you had the 8 of Pentacles with the magic wand. I remember. Let's see how we're ending the week. We end the week with the Priestess. You need to recognize this week that you are not wrong. You did everything right. You are in balance. You are good. You have the knowledge. You have the wisdom. And you have the really pretty butterfly as well. So, not necessarily, things didn't necessarily go down the way you might have expected. But you walked away with the goods and you're fine and you're going forward with it. And you yourself are the goods, so don't you forget it. All right. Scrolling through. All right, Claire C., you are the next request that I see. Thanks so much for being here and thanks for being a member. Let me just, one bit of feedback. I don't always read the feedback aloud. I always appreciate it from the Little Green Witch. Lots of movement this week with your energy and creativity, getting more comfortable at moving to the beat of your own drum within society. So, as one who has been doing for a long time that exact thing, it is so interesting and so infuriating and sometimes so difficult, but sometimes so terribly rewarding. So terribly, terribly rewarding. So stick with it. Stick with it. All right. Claire C., thanks for being a member. We appreciate you. Here's a card for you. Ooh, Bindweed, the devil. So might have been a difficult week for you for some reason, and we get the sewing machine. There is definitely something that is taking some time that you're working through. It could be happening while other things are going on. It could be taking your attention. It could be just this week. But, look at the things you're turning your attention to and kind of look at, is this the right amount of attention? Should it be more? Should it be less? How's this working? It looks like you're working through some difficult things, and those might be difficult things just running in the background of your otherwise really great life. Or those might be some difficult things at the forefront, but one way or the other. This is kind of telling us, Claire, that you need to pay attention to the difficult things and just have the routine for how you're going to handle them going forward. Does that make sense? All right. Denise Woods, here we go. Thanks for being a member here. All right, starting with you, you got the Emperor. And now you have the Eight of Swords reversed, which is fabulous. You are finding ways to think for yourself and to grow. And that's what you're really working on, and that's great. Jerry had the Three of Cups to start, but then ends with the Ace of Cups, and it just feels like there's a lot of emotional ups and downs that, I think we're working on regulating, but it's not easy. And we get the number 4, and I hate to say this, but right away I'm like, Jerry, can you think back to when you were 4 or round about that age, 3, 4, 5, right in there? What happened then? What was going on then? There's something that was going on then that may be part of why your emotions can be hard to regulate now. So that might be a source, some way to find healing. All right. Tanda, the King of Swords. And we have the Page of Earth or Pentacles reversed. So Tanda, I feel like you've got so many great thoughts and great ideas, but they do not always manifest into reality. And that has been a real frustration for you this week and in general. But look, a fire burns within you. That fire can motivate you to do what you need to do and inspire you to do what you want to do. And you need to remember that, not just for this week, but always. All right, Amy. Oh, there's that Five of Fire reversed. You started with the Fool, and I think you came to a place of really trying to work with others and just figure out how to deal with the situation you're in. But in comes the Butterfly, and so you may find going forward that there will be new possibilities and new ways to go forward. All right. Kanchan Verma, so nice to see you. Glad you're here. Thank you so much. You don't remember your card, but you remember the black cat charm. I remember that. All right, here's your wrap up, and that's fine. It's all good. There's few rules here. What's the rule here? Don't be a dick. That's the only real rule. All right. Here is your wrap up card. Oh man, the Explorer of Fire. So the Knight of Fire reversed, and it just feels like it's been very hard for you to be in your energy and feel the fullness of your energy. That's been difficult this week. But the thing is, you just got to be at peace and do what you have to do to get to the space where you can be more fully yourself. Ren Geronimo, it's so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. We appreciate you. Here is a card for you. The Ace of Cups reversed. I feel like this week you are not feeling the love, whether that was a problem with another person or just not being loving towards yourself, or a relationship not going the way you want. It just doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good. And then you also got the Fork. And for you, I'm like, but how do you feed yourself? How do you feed yourself emotionally? How do you take care of yourself? I think you're in a situation right now where you have to be really good with your self-care. All right. All right, just scrolling through. So nice to see you. Ha! Marion, holy smokes, and you said curious. That's exactly the reading I got today myself and what I said about our collective reading. Wow, there you go. There you go. Thank you for that feedback. I'm sorry I didn't see it right away, but thank you. Really appreciate it. All right, the next request that I'm seeing is Sayoni. I'm so happy to see you. I hope you're doing well. Hope your brother's good as well. And here is your message. the Four of Cups reversed. You know, I feel like this week you did a good job making the best of a difficult situation. But look at this very unexpected pink butterfly. It's the reminder that there is unexpected beauty, joy, hope, and transformation everywhere. You can't always predict where it's going to be, but it's there. And it was there this week, and it'll be there going forward. So continue to look for it. Look for the positive. That's what you did, and that's what you're doing. PL Day, so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Monday, you had strength with the rainbow. Here we go. And we end with justice reversed. You know, and it's funny because you had strength and justice is reversed. And those are the two cards that kind of go back and forth in different decks in terms of their number ordering, right? So that's really interesting. So I feel like there's something going on in your life right now and this week where you're going back and forth. Should I do this? Should I not do this? Is this a problem? Is this not a problem? How am I going to handle this? How am I not going to handle this? Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And I think you're stuck in that loop. And you got this really sweet mermaid, which on one hand says, maybe just go to the beach. But on the other hand says, remember that what you really have to do is separate fact from fiction. And that's the key, and that's your answer. How do you separate out fact from fiction? Okay, that's not an answer, it's a question. But it's the direction you need. Melissa, it's so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member on your way to France. Oh my gosh, for a work trip. That's so cool. Be safe, have fun. That is so cool. And thanks for being a member. Thanks for using members only emojis. You started with the Hermit and the Rainbow Charm. Oh, Lynn, thanks for letting me know. Both work and family applicable. Makes sense. Makes sense. Okay. All right. Okay. Melissa. You saw me shuffle. This card is just coming up over and over and over again. Okay, you may not love this trip or this week, because this is really not about the trip ahead. It's about the week that's passed. So it's really about the week. The week may not have been your favorite, but you made the best of it. And you get the cute little black cat, you know, which basically says you're doing a good job with both your emotions and your intuition. Both. You did a good job with that this week. And, you know, your work trip will be your work trip. Some great, some not great. You know how these things go. But I think it's fine. And just remember, emotions, pay attention to the emotions, but keep them in check. Intuition, pay attention to the intuition, but do not mistake an emotion for an intuition. There you go. All right. Raquel, it's so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. We appreciate you. Thanks for using members only emojis. For you and for Cassandra, most certainly, of course. All right, so Raquel, this has been a very popular card today, that Five of Fire, making compromises. This week, I think you've done a good job making compromises and kind of working with others and figuring out how to make things work. But you also got kite sailing, so maybe you got to have a little bit of an adventure or are planning an adventure, so that could be good. Okay, Cassandra, thank you so much. Cassandra, you get the Explorer of Fire. That is the Knight of Wands reversed. Girl, you're tired. I think this week you did a lot. I think you had some fun. I think it was good, but now you're tired. And you also got the kite sailor. Did you go on a trip with your mother? Maybe. Or plan something fun or do something fun with your mom. I mean, that's not outside the realm of possibility. You know what I'm saying? All right. Or maybe you should. Hey, Maria Baresi. So nice to see you. Thanks for being here. We appreciate you. For you and for Anthony, certainly, certainly. Here we go. Okay. Maria, for you, bindweed. I feel like it's a tough week and you're going through a tough time. And you get the fleur-de-lis, which is really about like tradition and how we've always done it and what is past. And I don't know if this is about you particularly or something more societal or something, you know, I don't know how this works for you, but it feels like this week you've been stuck in a situation where you're going to either have to do something differently. Something is going to have to change. You're going to have to do something differently. And it's hard and it's hurtful and you're not quite sure what to do with it. That's the way that shows up to me, and I'm so sorry to say it. But the key, I think, is recognizing that something's going to have to change. You're going to have to look at something differently or do something differently or react to something differently. All right. All right, here we go for Anthony. Anthony, this has been such a popular card today, and it's really about compromise. And I feel like this week, you had to make some compromises that are really going to work for you. It's really going to work, but it leaves you with this Mario question mark where I feel like there are still things about where you're going and what you're going to do that are still very much in question, and that's okay, but you should vote for the future you want. And you should work toward the future you want. All right. Anne, so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Here's a card for you. And Trey, the Hierophant reversed is definitely your card. Yes, 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 yes. Lit, this is Guy and Tarot. This is the mass market edition through Llewellyn. It's been republished by someone else. Llewellyn no longer publishes it, but it's been republished with someone else. Hay House, maybe? Someone. Okay, Anne. What's it with this? This 5 of Fire. You know, this week I think you did a great job collaborating, compromising, working with others, and finding ways to be creative about that. And that's good because it's important to you that the people and the things that you love all kind of work together. And that's not always easy. That's not always easy. But it's who you are, and so it's what you must do. And it does bring love to all. So, you know, you can't go wrong with that, my friend. All right. Oh, Raquel. So see, the charms don't lie. We say the cards don't lie, the charms don't lie either. Here's what happened, to recap. Mother and daughter both got the kite sailing charm, and which I think of as adventures. So I'm like, did the two of you take a picture of a trip together? Did you take a trip together, an adventure together? And Raquel said, yes. Busy week. We went to Orlando with the grandkids, cleaned out a storage pod, doing other things, food shopping, all of that. But yeah, they are on a trip together, on an adventure, just as the charms caused me to think. So isn't that great? All right, my friends, from my... Oh, Lit. I answered your question, but I didn't do your card. And Catherine Fan, I don't think I did you either. Oh my gosh, so I'm going to do Catherine Fan, then I'm going to do Lit. Here we go. I'm like thinking I'm done when I'm not done. I'm glad I'm not done. All right, Catherine Fan, it's so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Ace of Cups reversed, Ace of Water reversed. This has been, unfortunately, a popular card as well today. And so I wonder, like, if there was a way this week that you were not feeling the love. Just not feeling it, not feeling the love. And you have to like love on yourself extra special much to make up for that. And we have the black bird, which makes me say, A, spirit is with you, the ancestors are with you. And so you are loved. And you are loved by people who are living as well. The birds can also be about communication. So it probably is good to reach out to people that you care about, that you haven't spoken to in a while, because you need to feel the love, because indeed you are loved. And Anne, I want to say thank you, thank you, thank you for the very generous super sticker. That is very kind. And Lit, thank you so much for being here. Here's a card for you. Glad you're on time. Oh, look at you, Explorer of Water, Knight of Cups. This week, I think you did a good job leading from a perspective of compassion and kindness, pursuing things that were important to you. Very good job leading and teaching from a perspective of love. And when you do that, you really are magic. And so you are. All right. Now, I feel like I maybe have gotten to the end of the list. Did I miss anyone? If I did, speak out. Let me know, or if you're just getting in. Last call for readings, y'all. I am available for readings this weekend. Oh my gosh, I am. So the link to schedule is right in the descriptions. Also the link to buy your StarCon ticket. So. Do those two things. Book an appointment, get your StarCon ticket, and join us back here tomorrow. I'll be putting the link up tomorrow for your Saturday Psychic Sampler. My friend, I thank you so very much. My friends, many friends. Thank you very much. I really appreciate you. See you soon. Take really good care.